usual. We're in Riverside with the F1 1967. Just checking how the chat box looks now. Yeah, should be fine. Key. So, yeah, well, I already moved it to the left a little bit. So I think it should be fine now. Alright, out of the car again. So, yeah, we are at lovely Riverside. I think you can hear me by now, right? Just checking my mic. Yes. Yeah, this is how Riverside looked like before they built a huge mall on top of the racetrack. So yeah, we have a cloudy day here in the desert. We have the Goodyear blimp up there. And yeah, we are gonna race 65 laps, almost 2 hours. And it's the season finals of a long and exhausting season with very difficult cars. We have around... yeah... we have around 10 to 12 cars only today, but all of those are pretty quick, so we should have plenty to do. I try not to damage the car and then have a 5-minute pit stop such as last time. So I try to have a bit more action today. The goal is to fight for the 5th place in a driver championship. Currently I'm tied with Nico, my teammate, and Nico is normally a better driver than I am. I just kept it on the road a bit more often, so that's why we're in the same spot. And yeah, let's see what we can do. We are 5th in the championship. I could be 3rd if I didn't crash it, but yeah, 5th is basically what I expected and what is actually, yeah, where I belong. Let's say it that way. The Riverside is quite a bendy circuit for being in America. It also has right turns, and yeah, let's just do a quick introductory lap, I guess. We are still in practice for 5 minutes, so we can do another quick round and then head into qualifying and then driver briefing, and in about an hour we have the race start. So again, I'm in the Ferrari. My teammate Nico is now just in my mirror. And yeah, this is the first of 2 streams today. We will do an automation random design challenge, or it's not only design, it's also engineering of cars. So 90-minute random build with members of the community. And if you are not yet signed up, you can do so on my Discord. There's a post in the announcement sections where you have to react with these tools symbol, and then I will give you the right role on Discord so that you can see the right channels where you have to submit your car then. So you can basically build in parallel. We will randomly generate a rule set and then build cars for that. Should be quite fun, should get me out of my comfort zone, only building sports cars all the time. And yeah, just do something new, try out something new. And I have automated all of the judging and all of the stat extraction from the database, so it should be fairly quick and easy to do. Also, to judge it right in the live stream, who won and who didn't. Yeah, Hamilton P20, I think, in Las Vegas, right? I will do better than that because we won't have 20 cars on the road today. I can promise that, and I try not to be last. So I'm aiming for around 5th or 6th here. Probably currently I'm in P3, but that's only because I did a qualifying run already and others didn't. So normally I'm... oh, actually... yeah, I should be in the range of Nico and a little bit slower. So it looks like everybody is either practicing qualifying already or is pretty quick. So yeah, now full lap. This is the start-finish straight, very short, and then we have a almost flat turn 1 over the hump there, over the crest, and into the bendy bits. Don't know the actual corner names, but yeah, this is almost almost flat, you have to take a lot of the curbs, more than I do right now. And then pretty hairy braking zone here into a hairpin, double apex hairpin actually, and then back down the hill. Next hairpin is super difficult because you already have to turn in before you see it, and you have to lift off the brakes because you're going over the crest and there's no weight on the front wheels, so you will lock up if you're still on the brakes. You cannot turn. And then the weirdest corner ever in the whole world. Basically just let it roll until you try to brake it a little bit while always turning. So very easy to lock up and very easy to run wide. And once you're in the sand, then there's basically the barrier waiting for you. Then a pretty long back straight. We reach up to 280, 290. Yeah, almost 300. So 200, no, 185 miles an hour maybe. And then the tire killer at the very end. The line is very important. I didn't really pay attention now. To carry as much speed as possible here into the first corner again. So quite difficult, but at least on the back straight I should have time also to take a look into the chat. Yeah, you really have to take a lot of curb, not to lose too much time. And always you're fighting for traction out of the hairpins. I think I have a pretty good and drivable setup, but we'll see how it goes once the tires are worn out. No pit stops, no tire changes, because it just takes too long. But we have to make them last. We have also a few new guys, so normally we split it up in Formula 1 and Formula 2, and some of the quicker Formula 2 guys, because they have finished their season already, are now joining us. Giovanni Gentorame and Gabriele Del Piccolo, and they are pretty quick, P2 and P4 right now. Also Nils Senkowski, the champion of the Formula 2 season, is here as well. So we have pretty good competition today. It will be hard to get more than 1 or 2 points. But yeah, it's easy to damage the car here in this long last corner. Also, yeah, if you take one wheel to the sand, then you're a passenger. So still have to be awake for 2 hours. Let's see how it goes. BeamNG race, I'm still hesitant to do BeamNP because of how demanding it seems to be on the CPU, and you cannot really take a lot of cars, a lot of players into the race. I want to do it at some point, yes. But the question is, how do I select who gets to race and who doesn't? So yeah, it's hard to decide. Thanks a lot for the good luck wishes. Yeah, now we're heading into qualifying, and as always, qualifying means if we rip a wheel off, if we cannot return to the pits on our own with our own force, we're not allowed to escape back to the pits, then qualifying is over. So better make sure that we drive properly here. Use the fuel and drive first a banker lap. 1 or 2, and then push a bit harder near the end. So who of you will join the automation build challenge later? I mean, I distributed some of the roles already, but I don't have it in my head right now. I think, well, you have to work, right? The live chat here for me doesn't display your proper YouTube names, just a handle, so I think that's Oscari, right? Yeah, Oscari. Yeah, okay, now you wrote it. Yeah, it's absolutely stupid that I only get the handles. So Oscari took the Ferrari to a wonderful 4th or 5th place in Monza, I think, after leading 80 or 90% of the race and showing them where the hammer hangs, we say in German. So really nice performance there at Monza. I was lying at the beach in Greece, or I think, no, actually in the jacuzzi in Greece, yeah. We watched Oscari driving there in first place for most of the race. I cannot remember the full name stuff. I definitely never followed that rule. I think my Google account has the full name, but I'm normally on YouTube. I'm logged in with my channel anyway, and channels can have any names. Yeah, a bit of a shame that the tires gave up then. But yeah, you don't have the experience that the others had, and they nursed their tires a little bit more. Cut, but this won't be the fastest lap anyway. Actually liked this track quite a bit, except for the one very weird corner just before the back straight. So each time I tried, each time it's different. Also increased the latency for the stream a little bit compared to other streams, trying to see if the quality is a little bit better for this driving content stuff. For the automation stream I will reduce the latency again, because it's more static and the quality is good enough. And see later if I keep it that way for the driving kind of videos. The others are already in the 41s. We're 43 for now. I did a 41 as well earlier in practice, so I know I could do it. But a high 41, not a low one. That was quite wild. Yep. Try not to rip the wheel off. Okay, the tires are shot now. So yeah, 90 minutes we design until, so we won't start immediately. I still have to explain a few rules and stuff and generate the challenge, and so we start probably at 8:15 German time, so 15 minutes after stream start, and it will run the building time until 9:45. Then you send the car file, and then you don't have to join anymore. The rest can be done without you in case you have to leave. But you can always submit your car earlier in case you have to leave. Nico also 41.4. Don't know if I can get up to that, but I should at least get ahead of Reese and Niels and watch where the road is going. At least Bert also ended his try. Yeah, I just have to get into P6. That's already good. Stay close to Nicolas. Maybe over the distance I'm closer than over a single lap. Giovanni will probably also join the 41 gang here. Oh yeah. Just need to make sure to be ahead of the H16s. Reese and Darren. So yeah, after this stream I have 2 hours to recover, get a bit of food and prepare also still the Streamlabs over the whole screen setup. I need to still configure a few things. Because we will use Google Sheets quite a bit. And lovely spreadsheet magic to do all of the scoring of the cars. And I still need to set that up. totally out of shape. I caught it. And 8/10 up. This is totally wild. Such a weird corner. But it could bring us into the 41s. The wall, bit of a Chastain. Oof. But yeah, I am where I should be, P6, ahead of Niels. Maddie up in P4. Didn't have Maddie on the list. Nico up to P3 already. Niklas is still missing. Niklas is also not on the server right now. So Niklas and Bert are currently fighting for the championship. Bert is 4 points ahead. So it will be really hard for Niklas to do something against Bert because he's also in his own league again here. But at least give it a try and show him. Was here earlier, I think, probably just technical problems. I will return to the pits and have probably 2 more tries. Try to beat Maddie and Gabriele. Nico is also not totally out of reach, it's just 3/10. And if I don't mess up the first sector, then I could actually do it. Giovanni also didn't really turn a lap yet. Okay, now I'm... God. Sorry, Maddie. That was close. At least wheels are still attached. For both cars. Shit happens. Nothing wrong for both cars. P8. Oh god, yeah. The 2 Italian guys. Gabriele and Giovanni. Yeah, I need to find 3/10 at least. And then, so 3/10 and a bit would bring me up to P4. And this is just P8. Oh god. I hope I'm better over the distance than on a single lap. Although I started practicing today, so was traveling all week again and didn't have any time at all. So normally it's good to sleep one night after the first practice and then try again. Bert with the 140. I'm just waiting for the 139. This should be possible. If I knew what to do in this corner here. Apex is so late. Yellow flag. Still all wheels attached. Get all the momentum. Oh, I got all wheels attached. Okay. I think I had a good run until then. But the curb somehow unsettled the car a bit much. So, also Yanne and... oh, the car is pretty bent. I have to be super careful back to the pits. Gabriele also down into the 40s. Take a little bit of a shortcut here. Only need to wait so that I don't get up at the time. Totally bent. But we have to bring it back. Maybe one try a little bit more conservative into that first hairpin, and then one more push at the very end. Oh. Quick repair. I read the chat. Immediately go back to the pit lane, get another car. Yeah, well, I had a bit of an oopsie. But all wheels attached, so all is good. Hurry up a bit to get my few trials done. Within P8. So I guess Reese and Darren cannot challenge me because the cars are just too slow, too heavy. is coming up behind me. Question is, can I stay ahead? I think so. Tires are still pretty cold, but they will heat up in the last corner. But these cars are absolutely hard. Way too much power for the weight. You really have to feather the throttle. So these are among the hardest ones I ever raced. And that's why so few people are still here near the end of the season. They all bailed out. That was a bit slow. Yeah, way too slow. Half a second already gone. There's 2/10 here alone in this one corner. So that's good to know. And overshot this one. We can get it back on the exit. Most of it. Yeah, 2/10 would be nice. I'll do one more now with the tires up to temp. And then return to the pits for the final test. On curb, just so aggressive. We're slightly up. Braked a bit later this time. Borderline acceptable. Yeah, corner wasn't that good. Sliding too much. Cannot recover. Once you slide at the beginning of the corner, there's no way you can get it back. I know I have the time in me, so I return now and go out once more. I have P5 in me. Nico is also still out. He's driving there ahead of me. One more good lap. Let's go a few more, less liters. Good enough. find a way how to get into this corner. It shouldn't touch that curb there on the right, I think, and then cut over on the left. Giovanni behind me. I should let him pass. He went off. So, problem solved. Ouch. Now, there's Niklas, and Niklas doesn't have a time yet. So he needs to get out immediately. Much of a slide. Line is messed up. Yep, it's nothing. Still have one lap to go afterwards. I will try to push the next corner. If I can get that one good, I might still be up. Spinner. Really? I'm up a little bit. Not too quick. Oh, almost 3/10. So there's so much more time. Just shouldn't mess it up. Oh god. Much of a slide. Tires overheated. That line. It might be enough, and I don't know if I can do it again. So I just shortcut it. Oh, so close. I'm ahead of Nico though. Oh god. I should have tried it again. Let's get off here. I should have tried another lap. Just 1/10 and I would be P5. And Nico also improved now, so I'm still in P8. Oh god. Yeah, that's it for me. Let's see how Niklas is doing. Oh, he's not even driving. He's starting from the back. And I'm starting right behind Nico. Yeah, 1/10 more, P4, P5. So at least I hope this means that we are in a nice pack. And right at the end of the pack, so I can make my own pace. Alright, let's join a briefing. Also checking... Oh yeah. Checking Discord. If there's more questions, but no.
The whole thing for you, mate.
Yeah, all good, all good.
It's like taping with VHS.
Yeah.
It's about as slow as VHS watching the BRM go around.
Oh god, it's terrible around here, isn't it? It does well enough in Sector 1, but everywhere else, it's like, nah, fuck off.
Missing
No
a
chance.
shortcut back to the pits. Back to the start line anyway. I'll shut up now.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the torque curve and stuff again, like the BRM had a very narrow torque curve, but I think it might have been modeled a little bit too narrow. So yeah, it's a bit shit. So I'm sorry, guys.
You don't have to apologise, mate. We knew what we were signing up for.
Yeah.
Hi, Rambo.
Yeah, still, you know.
So driver briefing starting
Okay.
any second.
Already start sharing the
Qualified
screen.
P8. And basically on par with
Darren,
P4
we can rest assured that
regarding
ours
pace.
is the best sounding car. That's let's have that.
I'll take that.
I mean, you win the trophy with the most moving parts strapped into one vehicle.
True.
Greatest engine explosion.
Anyway, who's still missing? I think that's no. Nicholas is here.
Gabriele.
Yeah. I'm gonna start us off already, though. Yeah, round 10. Welcome, everyone. As the more perceptive of you have probably guessed, this is round 10, the final round, United States Grand Prix at the Riverside International Raceway. The schedule is as the last race weekend as well. Starting procedure will be a standing start as usual. On that note, we only have one horn, so we have the classic dude, and then it'll already start. Like the next one will already be the lighter in tone honk that starts the race. So it's only one honk, just so you guys are not caught out by it. Lapping is the usual Grand Prix flag racing, blue flag rules. All of you here have raced this the entire year, so yeah. Track limits will be enforced by the in-game system. Should a car go off track and gain a significant advantage or position or exploit in-game system, drivers that are at disadvantage of that action have the right to protest that. We will also look just generally in the section of Sector 1, as long as you are, with two wheels still on the curb and all that stuff, I'd say that's still good enough because honestly, the section is so narrow and fast. As long as you don't overtake around there, or you completely cut the final left-hander before the braking zone into the double right-hander towards the infield and stuff. Guys, we want to be relaxed here. We want to have fun. It's the final round. Just don't try to just go 9 wide around the outside and gain 17 positions with an exploit like that. But I trust everyone here that we are all having the same sporting spirit. Pit lane does not have a speed limit, but drivers are required to safely enter and exit the pit lane and their pit box. That's not too complicated, luckily, around here, because Riverside has a nice and fixed pit wall. Carrying on with a broken car, the reserve car rule I omitted already because it's the final round anyway, and we didn't have anyone affected by it from the last round. And it's just, lose a wheel, retire the car. Don't try to do any funny business on free wheels and all that stuff because it just fucks over people's races. Disconnect, the same as usual. Cars in the condition that the connection to the server was interrupted. And it's not a quick repair, but you are, of course, allowed to rejoin. We will not have an orange zone, except for the entire circuit for lap 1, as usual in the last couple of rounds. So, yeah, we have enough space around here. It is a very wide circuit. It is a very fast circuit. Just don't try to go, dive bomb from 15 miles back into turn 9 and kill 17 people. Which would be impressive because we are only 11 drivers, and on the outside of turn 9, there are no people other than the concrete wall and the workers there. But yeah. Are there any questions, guys?
Nope.
Will we be running full length warm up or transitioning to the race after a certain time?
I'll have to have a quick chat with our broadcast guys.
Okay.
Generally, I'd go that we have another 10 minutes so everyone can, have a quick whiz break and all that stuff because it's going to be around a 2-hour race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are Gabriele, Giovanni, and me eligible for points?
No, not in this case. You're still, racing for racing's sake and stuff, and you don't have to jump out of the way of championship contenders. But since you guys are doing a guest start after you compete in Formula 2, it's the same way, like it goes vice versa. So Formula 1 drivers were not eligible for Formula 2 points, and Formula 2 drivers aren't eligible for Formula 1 points.
That's actually important
Okay,
to
so
know.
based on qualifying results, Maddie would finish P3 for
Yeah.
the point standings. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have 3 guest starters ahead of me,
All right.
and that means
Are
I'm
there
currently
any other questions,
5th.
guys?
5th is more likely, like what I normally do.
Right, then, yeah. Thank you very much for attending the briefing. Thank you even more, everyone, for attending the series. I know that it's dragged on for quite a bit. Next time will be on the shorter side again, so it's a bit more, overseeable. Also, the races will be a bit shorter again, so it's not as insane to prepare for, and it'll also be less setup intensive cars. So yeah, look forward to it. And generally just thank you everyone for attending all of these events, races, series, and stuff. Because without you guys, we couldn't have this community. Right. With that, dismissed all the sentimental bullshit out of the way, and let's leave some burnt rubber on the track.
Good luck, everyone.
I love
Thank you,
guys
good
so
luck.
much.
Have fun.
Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck, everyone.
Have fun.
Good luck.
Oh, I love these guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a quick wee, and then I'm back. So I'm gonna turn the other video back on.
Martin, session 7.
Alright, we have a little bit of warm-up, but don't trust the 22 minutes that it's showing. Yeah, mic is on. Drink is filled, although I don't really have time to drink. Let's do that now. Excuse me. And then, time to check setup. Yeah, Niklas is behind us, and you have to watch him. He will probably be quicker. 144 liters. Double check. 144 divided by 65 laps is 2.21 liters per lap, and I use 2.18. So I'm just in the plan, but maybe will be lapped, so I will. Sorry. So maybe I will be fine. And then, where is the championship right now? I'm 5th. Rambo, you also see the championship standings on my Discord in the channel simracing chat or something, or what's it called? Season 1967. I posted it today, so I'm in P5. Tied with Nicholas right now, my teammate, who is starting way ahead of 2 places ahead of me. So whoever finishes first will get P5. And if I get 4 points, or more than 4 points, at least 5 points, then I might even be able to snatch away P4 from Kasper. But anything else is impossible. Maddie is currently on 14 points, so if they don't win, I'm safe. Yeah, should be good. I had, in this season, I had, I think 2 second positions. It was surprisingly good. And 2 fifth positions. Then I crashed out 2 or 3 times, 3 times probably. Monaco, Nordschleife, and I don't know. Yeah, Silverstone, of course, yeah, where I was P2 and brakes failed. So that would have been another P2, P3. And I missed 2 rounds. So that's basically it. Had 4 results, 3 DNFs, 2 misses so far. So let's get into the points once more. Basically, due to us having guest starters here, if I finish, I get points. That's good. You can also calculate 75% of 65 laps. Half of it is 33. And another half of that. So if we do 51 laps or something, yeah, 51 is, or 50 is definitely enough to get points. And 1 point, and yeah, should be able to do that. But as I said, this barrier here is just waiting for you if you're too quick and get your one wheel into the sand. And the wall in the very last corner is also waiting, and the very first hairpin where I messed it up so often in qualifying. There's plenty of opportunity to mess it up. Why do we have so few starters? Because it's difficult as hell and people just are exhausted from a very long season. I also voted to not have the final round. But I said if it happens, then I will still join. I'm also exhausted. And I'm looking forward to try and drive a bit easier cars again with those guys. That was a pretty bad start. Try again. Also not so good, but better. And I got into second gear. Yeah, so normally the one issue also was that we had 2 championships at the same time, Formula A and Formula B, and you could, so Formula 1 and Formula 2, and you could only choose to race in one of those. And in the end we had 10 cars in each of those instead of a 20 car field combined. That was a bit of a problem, so I hope we don't split the community anymore. So that we always have 20 starters. Normally in the non-split races with Trans Am and whatever we did in the past, we often had 30 people, so that was super good. And it's just a huge commitment. You really have to practice those cars. It took me forever to get to grips with them, and once it clicked, then it was a bit easier. But still, it's a very high entry barrier, even into Formula 2. And we have proper esports guys basically at the front, with Bert Nobs, with Jene Semuncic. So it's really competitive, and you need to invest the time to be somewhat capable of racing those guys. Any idea what we're racing next time? I heard rumors that it might be Trans Am. I hope that it will, because that was just awesome. Everybody on a very level playing field. So would really love to do Trans Am again. Last time I had the Plymouth Barracuda. That was quite nice. Yeah, let's see. Probably gonna take a break over the winter from racing. Do a little bit of, or from online racing, do a little bit of single player stuff. Got AC Rally, and I have an H pattern shifter. I want to get used to that. Learn a bit of heel and toe. So work on my skills a bit. Currently I'm only racing pedals. Alright. Check. Fuel is fine. Oh, I'm tired, but I have a bit of coffee still left. Okay, at least on the good side. I don't want to be on the inside there, rather start here. But the grid is super tight, it looks like, so there will be another car in front of me any second. So yeah, probably be a bit more careful at the start and not nail it. People are turning up very slowly. 30 seconds to go. I definitely prefer Trans Am because I love cars with a roof much more. This is way too close. Oh god. Can-Am is just also way too much power for way too little weight. And I like the more touring car nature of Trans Am. But yeah, let's see. Nico already got a few spots. I'm held up here on the outside. Gotta be careful. Gonna let Niklas go. Immediately Niklas wants to fight for the championship. So I'm just ahead of the BRMs, the H16 engines. Gonna take it slow. Nico is way too far ahead. I need to find a way past one of the other guys. Nico up to P3, oh god. From P6 up to P3. Niklas is quicker than I am anyway, so maybe he can open some doors. Yeah, BRMs, they will be gone soon from my mirror, I hope. I don't have to worry about them. Bit of a tank slapper there. Alright, let's try to get into the groove. And let's hope that Nico is wearing out his tires fighting all of the quick guys. I go for the long run. I have to. Niklas very wide. Also trying to find the rhythm, didn't do any practice, any quali. So none of the official practice. Definitely did some practice on his own. After 5 to 10 laps we might already see if other people are abusing their tires too much, but they cannot get them back down from overheating. Looking especially at the guest drivers. Yeah, everybody very much on the same pace. If I'm sliding too much, I at least need to keep up. Oh God. Don't know where that slide came from. So, we're away from the BRMs, which is good. Oh, bit of a cut. Also going same pace as Nico, that's good, but Nico is still seconds up the road. I think Nico is leading this train here. I'm fighting with Maddie right now. Yeah, Niklas cannot really go the pace that Bert is doing, so championship is pretty obvious right now. Not enough blip. To nail that corner a bit better. one in qualifying would have been nice. Yeah, Niklas, I was expecting you are quicker. Nice if you could fight a little bit there. Consumption is good. Anything below 2.2 is safe. I'll get 2.1. Try to be smooth. And Niklas is super careful and saving the tires. There's not a single slide. Yeah, people are fighting hard there up front. Maddie is attacking Nico. Bit of a spin almost from his Niels. Yeah. The pack is bunching up now. A little bit. Next episode of Automation Campaign probably on Thursday. We'll record the last bits tomorrow. And then have the week for editing. Downshift too early. Look at the car. Where's the time gone? 8/10 already. Maddie is ahead of Nico, which is good for me. Yeah, Nico is just 3 positions ahead. You can see him there, just ahead of Niels, ahead of the yellow car. Just ahead. We're coming together a little bit with Maddie. Next one will be about a Nubia GT1 spec. slide there from Niklas now for the very first time. Almost too late. Niklas is picking up the pace now. I can barely follow. Should brake a little earlier. I have already a flat spot on the right front. Nico is really struggling. Now fighting Niels. Maybe I have a chance. That's the only thing I need to achieve. Get ahead of Nico. And Niels is past. Yeah, having grip in the end will be a challenge in a light car. Rear tires are suffering. Nobody's making major mistakes. I'll let it roll a bit more into this corner to save the right front. Hard to see when you're following too closely. I'm taking a totally different line here. For me it works. Niklas in the slipstream. Nico. And do we see the attack? Much of the slide. Nothing really big happened except for Nico coming back from P3, now just 2 spots ahead of me. I'm struggling. So that's my goal, to be ahead of Nico. For P5 in the championship. And there he is. Don't know, maybe he touched the wall or something. He's definitely not up to speed. He should be a little bit quicker than me. Hi LOI, doing good so far. Not to jinx it. P9 of 11 doesn't look too good, but everybody is on the same level here. I'm just a little bit behind. Oh, that was Niels. Turn around. And Niklas now attacking Nico. Gliding. Quite a bit. Was a little late for my test. I feel very controlled. Sliding too much right now. I gained a little bit of time back. Lost with Niels spinning. Top 2 are away. Yanne and Bert are pro esports drivers. No surprise. Much of a cut. Maddie had an oopsie. Lost a bit of time there. Is the rear left gonna cause problems later? Probably yes. But what can I do? Have to keep up with Nico. Trying hard to not slide. Not in a position to make an attack. Just have to hope that Niklas is passing Nico at some point. Niels is still 9.7 behind me, so I also have to watch out for Niels from behind. He was a little bit quicker, but maybe he's struggling with the tires. And Niklas is trying to get ahead here on the second apex. And he does. And now it's my turn. But I have to rear left cool off a bit though. Much. Even though the left-hand tires are not the biggest problem. The right-hand tires, I mean. Get away from the curbs. Oh god. Let's shift. Really need to try to attack Nico now. Who knows when he recovers? Or when my tires are gone. Slide from Nico. I had one earlier as well. bit too wide. Niels 10.2, so I'm running away from Niels. I know that Nico is running higher setting on the power lock in the diff. Might hurt a bit in the long term. We were discussing that earlier. I chose to run a little less to have a bit more understeery car. Oversteery as fuck. Carrying a bit more speed, but I have fear of running too wide. Niklas attacking Maddie. Oh no, that's actually a lapped car, Reese already. Much too early. Letting both of us through, thank you. Also have a little bit shorter gearing than Nico. I was hoping I would accelerate better, but doesn't really look like it. Ahead of him. All right. Now try to get a few tenths away and get back into the lead. That was bad. smoking the tires there. Really trying the inside there. Using the tires definitely too much now, but I need a few tenths. Gabriele heading into the pits, probably tap the wall. Up to P6. That's very wide again. No imminent danger from Nico. And went wide a bit, so I'm now second away. And that was very late. Nico is still not there. Had his own problems. Just have a very bad exit now. That was stupid. 2 seconds. Nico made a mistake himself. But oh, Nico is really slow. He must have hit something. Okay, I can take it a little bit more cautious. Don't know what's going on with Nico. Also, or he had a misshift or problems with the shifter. He has a new shifter. Might also be technical problems for Nico. Yeah, Nico is in the pits. Probably trying to fix something. Okay, now it's my thing to lose. Don't be overzealous. I don't need to catch Niklas. I don't need to catch Maddie. Still, I want to push a little bit, of course, to keep the concentration up. Things are looking good. No, not Fanatec shifter. I think he mentioned something else, a brand I didn't know before. Cannot repeat it. Something with turtle, I think. It might be, it could be anything. Also could have just tapped the wall. And now it says box, so maybe he has retired. So Niels is now 8.3 away, but it doesn't matter. Niels is guest starter. So I have one more guest starter ahead of me, so actually I'm running in P5 right now, which would be 4 points, which would tie me with Kasper Stolze in the overall standings. I need 1 point more for P4. Kasper has a win or two, so I need 1 point more. But I'm not trying too hard. Maybe I can slowly creep up to Niklas again and then see what the race brings. Next straight I also try to catch up on the chat a bit. Last laps were busy. Yeah, I don't see Nico standing in the pits, so it might be out already. What a shame. Yeah, Nico is out. So I'm definitely ahead of him because I have better results with my 2 second positions. But I'm still, I know it's bad for Nico, but I'm still happy that I caught him almost with my own force. He might have had issues already, of course, but I was at least ahead when he retired. Also, P3 in this race is not too far away. Still in the very last corner there. I just need to sit it out, be more careful than others, and find a little bit of time again, so I cannot do 1.6 below my best. Need to drive a little bit better. Would be easier if I could follow somebody. It really looked like gearbox problems. The shifter. Niels is gaining, definitely. But I was not driving well. That's too quick. You know that you're too quick and almost crash out 5 seconds after that because you have no chance anymore. Niklas is picking up pace. If I drive like this, I could be gaining. Just need to be consistent now. Yeah, Nico is out. No pit stops planned because they take forever. I'm fueled until the end, everybody is. So no rest for almost 2 hours. And there was smoke there. Niklas gifting me some time. Or dust, not smoke. Yeah, it would be nice to stay in the slipstream a bit. Maybe beat Niklas once with my own hands. He was so dominant this season. But yeah, I'm safe as long as I don't rip a wheel off. That was nice, controlled, and quick. That ran a bit wide here. Yeah, brake failures have been modded out of this mod, so it should not happen again. Brake discs are thicker now. Oh, Niklas again. What's going on? Oh, there he goes. Understeering. Lost a lot of time with regards to Niels, but that's not a problem. Maddie is also driving the Ferrari. So should behave similar. Oh. Hit the shifter by accident. Could blow up the engine. Or the pedals, I mean. Oof. 27 laps in. Yeah, car is becoming a bit more twitchy. Maybe, just maybe, if Niels catches me, I can hang on to them and catch the others together with him. I need somebody to take the lead. Looks like as I'm making too many mistakes. But definitely also good that Niklas is behind Niels now. Times are tanking. Leaders are still doing 42 high, 43, and very close together. Yeah, the official commented live stream, of course, is also available again. I think I didn't post it in the chat today. It's in the video description. It's understeering so much now. It's been okay. Without that very big last slide. Yeah, currently I'm in P4 now. If you count away Giovanni, so 5 points, that would give me P4 in the championship. That's exactly what I need. So there's a reason why I want to stay ahead of Niklas at least. Yeah, Rambo did the same. Five seconds ahead of Niklas. Giovanni has issues. Giovanni doesn't help me. Giovanni just did a 46. Oh, that was too much speed to kill it in a straight line. It went well. But yeah, Niels is catching me, and so is Niklas. But yeah, not a problem at all. I'm 12 seconds behind Maddie. Still something that can be easily done if there's a spin involved. Although Maddie seems to be very consistent today. I won't fight too hard. No need to risk anything. If they're quicker, then it's fine, and maybe I can just sneak in behind and follow for a bit and calm down. And launch another attack near the end of the race. I'd rather be behind for a longer period of time still. I have 35 laps to go. And I'd rather be behind than in front and under pressure. Niels is there now. And Niklas is going the same pace as Niels right now. My pace is good, so I can do 44s. That's good. Much more I can do. The low 44s is good. The other ones are doing very high 43s ahead. Yeah, I do the same. Just keep it together. That was late. late turning and the whole line is gone. And the second together with it. Maybe I can brake a little later here, but I don't want to risk it. Guess it's better to let Niels go and he tries and tuck in behind. Yeah, I'm really slow in this corner. That means I don't know what car Niels is actually driving. I think it's not a BRM, definitely too quick. Maybe a Brabham. I think it's a Brabham. Probably Matt Wright's car. The Brabhams are good. For example, CP2. Very good in the corners. Mine is better on the straight. Oh god. That was scary. Get off to the right there. Yeah, now I'm holding them all up. Reese is out, no. What a terrible season. Maybe is losing time a bit behind Giovanni now. Maybe I can grab Maddie down the road. turning in too late now into these kinks. Way too early on the turn in there. Probably also on the brakes. Yeah, mental wear is kicking in. Carried too much speed and tires overheat so quickly. First sector. Yellow flag. Going on there. Definitely P4 is having issues. And that's Giovanni. Very slowly. Yeah, Giovanni has issues. Yeah, you see, it's easy to make mistakes. And Niklas has passed Niels, so Niels must have had a missed shift. So it's now Niklas behind me. And Giovanni is still keeping up with them, so it's just mental wear, not car problems. Keep your shit together here, and then you gain the spots. Now imagine being able to drive consistently. Would have been up there with Maddie. But yeah, if Giovanni is not having real troubles, then I have now 3 cars right behind me that are actually quicker than I am. So bad in this corner. Niklas has a really strong car on the straight, so I need to be aware of that. Yeah, especially now. Probably will launch an attack. There's not much I can do. No, I'm not trying. Not yet. It's too much curb. And another yellow flag. In this corner, that's not good. But Maddie is out. So finally, I'm on the podium. God. What is happening here? Eichmann. Everybody's making mistakes. I'm having a good race, not perfect, but was 8th in qualifying. And now up to P3. And 3 very quick guys behind me. Yeah, Maddie being out is actually huge for me. Shame though. Too early. Had to coast quite a bit. But yeah, this corner is so tricky. Once you miss your braking point, you're a passenger. And it's over. Niklas also very wide this time, but wanting to have a good exit. And again, a miss shift. How am I 50 seconds behind? The other 2 guys are esports pros, basically. And Janne definitely is. Bert is, I think, only driving as a hobby, but he was a pro before. So, Bert is official Brabham esports. And Janne is, I think, free agent again, but yeah. Those guys are really good. I'm just 1 second per lap, 1.5 slower than them, that's good. Late. Everybody's messed up. Can get away from the other 2 guys a little bit. We just need to keep it together. This is where I lose all of the time. So bad. Really good lap so far. Personal best, actually. Almost had a wheel in the grass or in the dirt there. "25 laps to go. This will be hard." Ah, that was too quick. Still, it should recover on the exit. Yes. Not too bad. Yeah, we can afford to drop one position, but then there's Giovanni, and then there's Niels, and then I'm down to P6. And each overtake is scary, so as long as I can stay ahead without pushing too much, I will try. And still it's a podium, so something to fight for. If it would be P6, then I wouldn't try so hard. Actually, I'm getting away a bit from Niklas now. Just need to keep up the pace like this. Oof. You don't need to be worried about punctures. I think they really have to be down to 0 for that to happen, and it won't happen. Not worried about flat spots. But for now, let's just drive and don't worry. Yeah, definitely have a few tenths on Niklas right now. Should use that. Just in case Niels or Giovanni get by Niklas. They're also dropping off a bit. Brake a little later here. Just scrub off the speed there, not too much braking. Pretty good. Oof. Niklas is also pushing. He approached Darren to lap him. balance is actually improving, so it's less understeering now that the rear tires give up. So it's good. I just see the rear left light up all the time. Oh, that was too much curb again. Power bottom but out on that. It's intense gone. Niels is in the pits. Must have tapped the wall. Giovanni is 4 seconds down, or 5 seconds already. Yeah, gaining on Niklas. Good, 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 good. I'm pushing. I got the upshift. Threw me off a bit. But it's okay. Yeah, Niklas had a good first sector. Yeah, Niklas is really good now. Still 20 laps to go. It's back and forth. Leaders are also still within 1 second. It's crazy. Too much speed. Darren. Totally in the grass or in the dirt. And I followed him. Johan doesn't want to turn, just go in the grass. Thanks, Darren. This is so strong here. This bit. Scary. Have to stay on the inside there. Actually, I gained a bit of time towards the leaders. Maybe they are just waiting for each other and trying to have a good fight and a good race. But definitely not full on pushing. thanks to Nico for a very good base setup. Actually improving over time. Didn't think it would do that. Adia Niklas is back with me again. Just a few laps to breathe. On the outside for my liking. Oh, that was a wheel in the dirt. Scary, scary, scary. Tiniest bit of errors. Yeah. Giovanni's still with us, 5 seconds behind as well. That huge mistake, still almost on par with the personal best. Nils Senkowski has new tires and sets the overall fastest lap of the race. A light car now. A bit of a bad line this time. Yeah, the rear is getting loose. Oh. Not the nicest of lines, but still on quick. I think I had 2 wheels still on the curb, so it's fine. I was expecting more wheel spin here. I'm super happy. No point for fastest lap, just honor. There was a little bit of a slide. not so nice. Just a bit of time there. Yeah, definitely. Probably when we're both pushing, then we both run into tire issues. So we both have to back down from time to time a bit. But it's also possible just to have one bad lap, lose a second here and there. I'm not safe, and I will make those mistakes myself. Like this one, this last corner was pretty bad. $15 laps to go. Totally locked up there. Steering was very light. It's going too much now here. Oof. So points are done, and that means P5 in the championship is safe, and above 75% of the race distance. Which is not just, do I get P4? Avoid these huge slides. Let's shift. Now I have my bad laps. Niklas is right with me. Breathe. Giovanni is not going away, he's gaining slowly but surely. It'd be nice if he fights Niklas. And I cannot really back out Niklas into Giovanni. It's way too risky. Yeah, I should get rid of those misshifts. Too early. Not easy when you don't see the corner in advance. Yes, it's right there. Not going for it yet. But I had to cover off a little bit of the inside. And he's now trying to get to my inside, but I'm still in front. I have the better exit. Too much. I've slid in a bit quicker. All over me here. Cannot go any quicker. Ooh, that was close. Oh yeah, tires are giving up. Niklas will need a breather soon. Because I do. Lock up. Yes, 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 yes. Not too good. Bit of room to breathe now. 10 laps to go. No lockup this time, not a major one at least. Good enough. Oh. That's the tires giving up. What a shame. Niklas is not gone, I held him up. And behind me is Giovanni. And Giovanni will get me with that finish shift. Oh. But yeah, it was a lot of fun trying to stay out there. I think I'm done. Probably should let Giovanni pass and let him have a go at Niklas. Yeah, I will do that in the next opportunity. Because Giovanni doesn't count as a guest driver. I cannot fight Niklas. Needs to come down a bit. At least mostly my tires need to come down a bit. Yeah, let's let Giovanni through. Come on. And let's have them fight. Hope Niklas doesn't pick up pace out of the blue now. 1.7 seconds for Giovanni. My tires lock up if you just look at the brake pedal. And that's it for me. Just a tiny bit of dirt. But yeah, good enough. That will net me 5 points and P4 in the championship. Oof, that was exhausting. I didn't think I was way too quick there in that corner, but maybe I just tried to follow Giovanni too hard. Also Giovanni is now 2.9 behind Niklas, so maybe he also cannot follow. Well, yeah, maybe less Scandi flick and more control. Yeah. The problem is the Scandi flicks are a result of losing control. And Niklas really wore me down there over the course of 20 laps. Yeah, Niklas preserved the tires a bit better. Yes, he was so good this season when he's P2 in the championship. It doesn't come out of nowhere. Super hungry as well now. Gonna get some food before the second live stream of the day. 2 hours of rest via. That's enough. Still have leftover pizza, so I don't have to cook. And the stream tonight will be quite relaxed anyway. Slowing down now a bit, so I want to be lapped, so I have to do 1 lap less. There's no danger from behind. I get those 4 points, 5 points. Just need to finish and not crash. But yeah, this went way better than expected after qualifying. Still I managed to spin right. I'm just cruising around. Yeah, I'm done. Also mentally. Yeah, it's not that crazy if the winners are yeah, so good. Trienne beating Bert here. I wouldn't have expected that. I thought the Brabham would be so much better. But that also makes Bert the champion with difference to Niklas of 6 points, I think. D6 is 1 lap behind me, so no problem. No more grip. Four more laps officially. If I let Diana go, it's only 3 more. There Diana is. again. Blue flag. More laps. Yeah, try to keep up, yeah, for sure. In the wall after one corner. If we do Trans Am again, then I'm more able to fight Yanni. I mean, I was able to fight him in Silverstone and I actually overtook him and was ahead until my brakes exploded. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes I have a good day and Yanni has a bad day. I'm actually way overfueled. Don't know how that happened. I drove all out all of the time. Made a mistake there by 10 liters or something. Didn't save 10 liters now in the last few laps. But yeah, last lap of the season. Finally. So Giovanni fell off totally from Niklas, so if I wouldn't have bottled it so much, maybe I could have gotten Giovanni again, but as I said, Giovanni is a guest starter and doesn't really make a difference. I get the points for P4, which is 5, and that's more than enough. So there goes Bert. Let's not take out another car. Last corner. And there's the checkered flag up there. P4 in the championship. Really nice. If somebody would have told me that in advance, I wouldn't have believed it. Maybe P6, P7. But yeah, really nice, even though super demanding. Way better than I expected today as well. Way more fun. Always in the fight, except for the last 10 laps. Super nice. Yene got P3 in the championship, I guess. Probably out of fuel. Calculated really nicely. Darren has gone to the pits already. So let's shortcut here. There was Gabri. No, that was Niels. Shortcut here. Bring it home. So yeah. Thank you all very much for turning up and for keeping me company. It was a lot of fun for me as well. I'm also happy that I had a bit of time to read the chat actually. And I can't wait for our stream in the night. So yeah, tune into that if you like. If you want to build along, you can still sign up. I think for a few minutes. Yeah, for 20 minutes on the Discord. And yeah, but I'm happy if it's also not too many more than 20 people. Currently we have 19 before the race. So that will be good. And with that, I think I'm gonna end it, eat something, prepare the stream, and then see you all again in about 2 hours, 20 minutes. Thanks for tuning in.